study this the most, and I find this the most fascinating thing, that whether it is the darzi who can call up his customer on his cell phone.
That's right, yes.
Whereas he had to get onto his bike and go 6 miles to find out if there was a need for a shirt to be sewn. Or he's available when somebody needs him and he can immediately go and pick up. Or it's the dhobi who can do this. Or it's the yours and mine caddy at the golf course.
Or the local electrician on the...
Or the local electrician. And this is all service industry. The amount of productivity they have gained in terms of just having information technology, the ICT, just having a mobile phone available to them and available at low enough cost. This sector, the mobile phone, you will be amazed the amount of airtime sold is over $4.5 billion worth. I don't believe that this is done simply because it has just
$4.5 billion worth in
Pakistan. 450 billion rupees worth of cell phone airtime was sold last year. And a lot of this is an investment by the service sector, that they can call somebody and be available for a service, or they can be called. Now, that has then other aspects of information technology, that they can use a mass SMS to market their thing. There are now many payment mechanisms coming up, whereas they can actually get paid. They don't have to carry cash along. So these things unfortunately do not get measured in the formal economy. So a lot of the things that are happening in IT in Pakistan have leapfrogged.
Absolutely.
And the domestic remittances, the amount of benefit and productivity people get out of domestic remittance, they pay a lot of money. You take any of these over-the-counter remittance things like Easy Paisa is the largest, and MobiCash, etc. They charge roughly 4%, and people gladly pay it because there is a benefit in it.
They immediately get the payment.
They get the payment, and the person receives it, and you have the confirmation that it is there. So these are all technology plays. So you know what has happened today, I mean, the difference in in information technology, the major difference that we've seen in the last 20 years is that previously information technology was restricted to the enterprise use. But in the last 10 years, it has become the individual's use. And enterprises always resisted effective use. And their resistance was a very expensive thing to overcome. The individual, if he sees the benefit, there's zero resistance, they use it immediately. So this is why I see a lot of bright future, I think, for the information.
Well, I think we recently had a seminar, as you know, which you attended at the Lahore School also last year on technology and entrepreneurship and innovation earlier this year in the digital.
Yes, I remember.
And there you also sort of identified sectors which you thought could really further benefit from IT. Would you like to just sort of talk about them, and then we can come last to what you might think is what could be sort of a more enabling environment, what role the government... I remember in India they used to say that we developed because there was no IT industry in India. So I don't know whether the government should be kept out of it. But what you think are the sectors, and where do you think the government could play a role?
I think one of the most key sectors which we lag behind in the whole region, financial inclusion. The current method of giving financial services is just not able to grow beyond its current level. I think the State Bank measures us at a financial inclusion of 12%, and the regional average in our neighborhood is over 30%. That's one area where information technology can make a very, very major difference. The other is the services that government provides, from agriculture extension services to payments, etc. Again, the information technology can do that, and they are doing it. They're doing even the Benazir income support program thing through very good use of technology. I think the other areas, medical services, very key. role it can play.
Do you think agriculture could?
Agriculture extension services,
Yes.
very key role in educating, in getting information, etc. And of course, industrial productivity
Well, that
at
is-
all levels. That is there. These are some of the key areas. The technology is today's advancing at a
And education,
amazing-
where we are sitting,
Yeah,
you see,
yeah.
we can have all this access to libraries and
Absolutely,
all this all over. But in our teaching methods and courses, we could use this enormously. The IT sector.
It is our
Information.
imagination which is the limitation.
Absolutely. Now technology has really.
Technology and it's become cost effective. That is the major. This is one technology, when it advances, it becomes cheaper. So we
It's
have
easier
that.
access and
Yeah.
now on government policy we have a liberal foreign investment. Pakistan allows 100% profits to be repatriated. We have 100% ownership of foreign companies. Now one or two areas which seem to sort of people feel that, for example, our tax policy is mainly geared or sort of to the old industrial economy and not suited to the digital economy.
Well, we have some anomalies. For instance, all my services, all the IT services we export are exempt from tax. But all the IT services we provide here are taxed. I don't see why they should be. Because I think the trickle-down effect of IT services in the productivity of other industries is very good. It will lower my cost of delivery to them if I wasn't taxed. The other thing is, you allow repatriable investment coming in here, and I as an individual can repatriate as much money as I want through a foreign exchange account. But I as an enterprise, if I have to set up a branch office in Dubai or Australia or someplace, it's almost impossible to get permission for that
Very
investment.
interesting.
Despite the fact that, it is being invested for export. It's just that process. But I'm sure this process will ultimately be brought in, but these are some of the anomalies which from the government which should be removed. Other than that, I think there is very little in the government side on the enabling environment. I think we are very happy with the state of education, that we are producing more people. There's more and more organizations which are producing them. It's not a matter of setting up more facilities, which is what we tried to do 18, 20 years ago. Every university said we will produce 5,000 IT specialists. The number of IT specialists that you can produce from a city is totally correlated to the number of PhDs in computer science that you have in that city.
Absolutely.
There's no shortcut in education.
You have to invest and get the right people.
And so that we see is
What
happening.
about the physical infrastructure? Is this sort of electricity brownouts or whatever you want to call load shedding and others?
Well, load shedding is a problem. Our use of power is less for our revenue compared to our revenue. We have a great advantage as an industry. We don't have a chimney stack. We don't have any impact on the environment other than the power that we use, and it's not very much. Computers are becoming smaller and smaller, and they use less power. We offer employment to women, and with today's technology, they don't even have to come to work very often, so they can work from home. So that is a tremendous advantage.
I was seeing a figure which I thought sounded a bit low, about 15%, but that was about 10 years ago. Female.
I don't think it's higher than that.
Yet.
I don't think it's higher than that.
Now, where would you say that if I was a young man wanting to sort of plan my career, do you think the IT sector could offer me very positive sort of returns in terms of my...
It does. I mean, it does not only in this country, the whole world is your market. The demand for IT professionals is growing all over the world, and we have people from Pakistan. More people go in this sector than anywhere else to the whole world, and the demand still is going to
Absolutely.
continue.
So, with these words that, the world is your market and your own thinking and your own mind is its limitation, otherwise the whole world is open to you. We'll finish here and thank you very much Mr. Aezaz Hussain, Chairman of Systems Limited, for having discussed such the challenges that is faced by the digital sector and the IT economy in Pakistan. Thank you, Ji.
Thank you, Rashid. Pleasure being here.
Thank you.